Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of SevTech. How are you guys doing today? How's life? Last episode we did manage to make the tier 3 ore miner and the solar panel, and we are filthy rich with crystals. Yes, I would say that we are doing very well because I have already made the tier 4 ore miner controller and the solar panel. So definitely today we would be able to upgrade this guy to tier 4 and also the solar panel. But we have another issue, and that is processing the ores. We have the Oromatic 5000, but it's incredibly slow. I filled this in like 20 minutes ago and you see the result. So using the Oromatic to process ores that we are going to get in very large quantities is not very practical. Therefore, I was thinking maybe we should start expanding our industrial area. We're going to have more crushers to crush the ores into the grids, and we're going to have more arc furnaces in order to smelt them into ingots. It's not going to be super efficient, but at least we're going to dabble ores. This is the building gadget from Direwolf, and I have never used this mod. We do not have better options for swapping blocks or buildings, so maybe we should get into this. The problem is it's relatively expensive. We need you, and you need a crimson middle gem, and we do not have a crimson middle gem. Nice. I know that it's incredibly dark, but we just need to find one. Something is over there. Yes, it's the crimson one. Good. It's honestly not that expensive. And we have it. Also, I think this on its own is like the rod of the shifting crust, but let's make the gadget. Oh, this is 1 times compressed cobblestone. Ew. And for making it, we need a quantum compressor. Why? Can I make you? No. Can I make you now? Yes. We don't have that much cobblestone, but I think that's enough, right? Yes. The exchanging gadget. Okay, it's relatively easy to use. I just don't know how to change the size. I had to find a shortcut for it, but now it works. Okay, good. And I thought I can even undo this, but no. Oh, you also have a menu. Nice. I wanted the exchanging gadget to extend the concrete. It's really cool. Oh, and by the way, the reason that we're using concrete is that I hate the grass. It grows everywhere. I said that we were going to start dabbling ores using immersive engineering because I think it's faster than the Oromatic 5000. But I had a change of plans, and let me do a very small demonstration for you. So this is a thin cluster, right? If we put it inside the crusher, how long will it take? I would say that took around 2 seconds. And if you want to process that also takes around 3 to 4 seconds. If we want to do a very conservative calculation, it's going to take us 6 seconds to process 1 ore, but the ore miner that we have over here, which only has 8 speed upgrades, is generating us 1 ore every 1 second. Almost. Eventually we're going to have 2 ore miners, which are going to be the highest tier, and we're going to get an ore, I don't know, every 0.2 seconds, and it takes us 6 seconds in order to process it using immersive engineering. So what we have to do is that we don't have to do ore dabbling, because ores for us are unlimited. We just have to process them really fast. So I think what we're going to do is that we're going to use a crusher to get the dust and a smeltery to get the ingots. And that's basically it. We're not going to ore dabble because it doesn't make any sense, and ore dabbling will be our bottleneck. So how do we want to start processing the ores? Of course, we're going to start with an ender chest on top of the ore miner. And since ender chests are a wireless network, we're going to set up the filtering over at our base. Yeah, I would say somewhere around here is fine because we don't have to see it that much. So we do have an ender chest for ores, which is blue, 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 and then we're going to start sorting the ores based on the process that we need to do. For instance, metals are going to need crushing, coal is going to require enrichment chamber. Also, there are some items that do not require any processing and have to go into our ME system, like the crystals from environmental tech. So now we're basically separating all the ores. And over here at our industrial area, we're going to have 2 sets of crushers, which we're going to crush the ores after they have been fully upgraded, and 2 smelters so that they will give us the ingots. All of that being said and done, this is how fast we're generating ores. It's not very epic, I know. But we're going to have more ore miners, and we're going to have powerful ore miners. And talking about ore miners, can we upgrade the solar panel? We need 40 structure frames, and that's it. Can you make it? Yes. Very good. This is a tier 4 solar panel, and it's generating us 33,000 RF. Not that bad. We should also give these guys a few muffling upgrades because otherwise they are going to drive me mad. So for the tier 4 ore miner, we are going to need 56 structure frames. Ooh. And we are not missing that much. We only need like 50 crystals and that's it. And I think for that I'm just going to AFK for a few minutes so that we will also get the tier 4 ore miner. I went outside, got myself a pastry, made some coffee, and I have upgraded the ore miner to tier 4, and this is how fast we're getting ores, which I would say it's almost 1 every second. It's really good. And the best part is we have reached a point in environmental tech that the solar panel is generating far more RF than the ore miner is going to require. It's almost double. And what that basically means is that we can start making an induction matrix so that we can have a central power reserve. So we need lithium, which comes from a crystallizer. So here is a crystallizer. We also need a rotary condensator. And if I remember correctly, we also need 2 thermal evaporation towers. And since we already have a thermal evaporation tower over here, I thought we set them up over here as well. I think this is the same height, right? Yes. You are 1 block lower. Okay, this is going to be super easy, and I think we're going to be done in like 2 minutes. We just need a pipe in order to get water. We also need the water, obviously. We need to have the exact same setup that we have over here. We need to provide the thermal evaporation tower with water and with heat. So I do have another resistive heater over here, some thermodynamic conductors. We put you on extract, and I think we give you 1000 RF. And you're producing Brian. It's not the person, it's the fluid. And if we heat up the second thermal evaporation tower, we're getting liquid lithium. Very good. The liquid lithium has to be converted into lithium, which is a gas, and has to go inside the chemical crystallizer. And you are going to give us lithium. Very good. And I think the only thing that we have to do is to just give it some upgrades, and we should be good to go. Yeah, now it's working much faster. Yeah, I said we were going to have the exact same setup over here, and unfortunately we are also going to need 2 pumps because 1 pump is not going to cut it. Exactly. This should be much better, right? Because we need a lot of lithium anyways. Now comes the beautiful task of crafting the induction cells. I have set in all the patterns, but let us see if we can actually craft it, because there has always been an issue. And believe me, steel casing was not the issue. So can you make me 1 ultimate induction cell? Maybe you can. This would have not been possible without ore miners. You cannot do manual mining and make an ultimate induction cell. So far so good. We managed to make the advanced versions without any problem. Elite one is also okay. So I guess the ultimate is also fine. We crafted an ultimate induction cell without any problems. Where is my pick? I wanted to get into environmental tech not just because of RF generation and getting ores, but also for the NanoBot beacon. This is a tier 4 and it is going to give us 16 modifiers. Of course, for the moment we would not be able to power this NanoBot beacon, but I want to set it up to see how much RF it's going to require. We don't need you. Don't remember how the modifiers work, but I did make 2 regen modifiers, 2 strength modifiers, 2 resistance modifiers, and 2 fire resistant modifiers. We also have the saturation and health boost. And I think I also made luck. Yeah, I think I made luck, but I did not bring it. So I filled it in and it's only going to consume 1984 RF. That's nothing. Yeah, exactly, that's nothing, and I have all the boosts. We have health boost, so we have pink hearts. In combination with our armor, I have speed 3. We have regeneration 2, and the most important one is that we have saturation. So I don't need to eat food anymore. I'm having a very small issue with the NanoBot beacon. Even though that it is made within one chunk, and I do have a chunk loader on top, sometimes it gets unloaded and it gets deactivated. And I basically lose all the buffs, so maybe we have to move this to the spawn area. It is perfectly okay, we can deal with that later on. For the moment, let us start... Oh, it turned off. Yeah, you can literally see it turned off, I lost my hearts, and I have lost my buffs. But I was going to say that first let us fix the induction matrix, then we figure what we should do with that one. I think what we're going to do is that we're going to have an induction port over here, and we're going to make a new channel for the quantum entangloporter, which is going to be called power reserve. And inside we're going to have 1 induction cell and 1 induction provider. For the moment, that's all I can afford. And for extracting the RF from the induction matrix, we're going to have another quantum entangloporter, which is set on base power. So the quantum entangloporters that I'm already using right now will not be affected. And we will set this one to output. And just out of curiosity, the solar panels are making 107 RF per tick. Okay, I always wanted to know. Now we know. So I'm guessing I can set you to the new channel as well, and now you should generate a crazy amount of RF. Okay, 17,000. Another issue that we have is that if we want to upgrade this solar panel to tier 5, we're going to need the tier 5 frame, which is going to require a nether star for every single frame. And since we do not have a nether star farm at this very moment, we're gonna cheat. And the way that we're going to cheat is that we're going to upgrade the cells, but not the frame. We have 600 ionite and we only need 81 cells, so we have more than enough, right? Previously this was generating 34,000 RF, and I think now it should be around 40. Hopefully. Yeah, it's actually 49,000. Not that bad. Because the thing is, with environmental tech, the frame and the controller have to be the same tier, but you can use any solar cell that you want. So I did not change the controller, I did not change the frame, but I did change the cells. And we are diverting that power to our induction matrix. Very good. Now that the ore miner situation has been fixed, what do we do with you? We're going to set it up in the spawn chunks. And if I'm not wrong, we spawned somewhere around here. Yeah, it's actually just under the astral altar. Nice. Technically speaking, this is the spawn chunks, so it should always be chunk loaded. But just in case, I'm also going to put a chunk loader on top. We will see if it works. I just realized I'm an idiot. I made a ranged NanoBot beacon, I had to make a personal NanoBot beacon. And we do not have a nether star, but we have wither skeleton skulls. I was saving this for the blood altar, but it's okay. We need a beacon. Oh, and this is where I made the mistake. You need to make the ranged NanoBot beacon tier 1, and then you have to convert it into a personal NanoBot beacon. It's fine, we did not lose much. We can just replace you with, you? Yeah, like this one. So how much are you consuming right now? 1500. It's consuming less. Weird. Anyhow, now that we have a lot of buffs, I was thinking maybe we should start getting rid of him. Last time we had the Sword of the Cosmos, so this was a very easy fight. But this time we don't have it. And I'm stuck. I forgot to bring arrows. Nice. Just as an FYI note, every time that I hit him, I do 5 damage. That's it. Oh my goodness, my armor is breaking. Maybe we should not wear the armor. I thought a wise decision is that we start killing some mobs and gain some experience so that we can repair our armor. Let's get back to business. Honestly speaking, killing him is incredibly difficult. Just a few more hits and he should be finished. 12, 9, 3 and 0. He's dead. He's trying to suck me in and I'm thinking maybe a wall of dirt is going to protect me. Yes, the Eye of the Abyss. And we have it. And we should be able to upgrade our Necronomicon to Abyssal Nomicon. With the ore miner, the solar panel, and the fact that I can regenerate health and have saturation and will not die out of hunger, I thought we have entered the stage in the game where I can do some AFKing. So I did AFK overnight, which is around, I think, 8 hours. And we are filthy rich with crystals. We almost have 3000 of every single one. Except this guy, which is 400. But I think that's going to be enough anyways. So here's the plan. We're going to have one more ore miner, one resource miner, and one botanical miner. We're going to need some chorus fruit, so I had to plant these guys. We ran out of gold nuggets to make the structure frame, so yeah. So here is one extra ore miner and I will install the other ones and I will bring you back. It is finally done. These are the ore miners, that is the botanical miner, and this is the resource miner. I'm using the botanical miner not for getting wood or leaves or anything else. I'm actually looking for saplings from Tinker's Construct. We already have the purple and the blue one. So basically what I'm trying to say is that the botanical miner is going to be a temporary setup and later on we're going to replace it, I don't know, maybe with another ore miner. But we also have 4 solar panels and we're generating, I think, around 200,000 RF. Yes, exactly, 260,000 RF. That's really good. And of course, like the previous setup, I'm using ionite cells instead of tier 4. It generates more RF, so it's good. Another thing that I want to try is that some of you guys were suggesting I can use the simple storage network to access my ME system. So let us give that a try. I honestly have no clue how this is going to work, but I think we need a storage link cable and we just have to hook it up to an ME interface. So if I right click, can I access it? No. At first I thought I'm an idiot and I have no idea how to make a subnetwork, but it turns out that I do know how to make a subnetwork from Applied Energistics because all you need is a storage bus and an interface, and you can access your Applied Energistics system over here. And this is an independent system. But the problem is you cannot do the same with a simple storage network. So I can access one interface over here, which is inside this chest, but that's it. You cannot connect to your ME system. It was worth the effort, or maybe I'm doing it wrong, but I don't think it's possible. But in the meantime, I was looking at some of the endgame recipes to understand what we have to do to finish the pack, and I noticed a few alarming stuff. For instance, we need to make some ultimate singularities to summon the final boss. And what do we need for that? I'm not worried about the ores, but there are some singularities which have me worried. For instance, there is a paperclip singularity, which is going to require meteoric iron. It's not a terrible recipe because 1 gives you 8 and you only need 10,000. But wait, it gets much better because there is a paperclip singularity which needs the previous singularity, so you need 10,000 of the 10,000 paperclips. It's stupid. Then there is a death compass singularity which is a rare drop from specific mobs and you need 2 of them. them, at least. And of course, there's the cookie, which has a very stupid recipe. I was also checking the recipe of the creative tank, and yes, it is going to require 4 blood tanks tier 10. That is 20,000 blank ruins. And we do not have the wand of animation, so I think we are screwed. We want to go to Mercury. Are we good? Yes. So why are we here on Mercury? Because I think we have to continue a little bit more with Galactic Craft, maybe today or maybe in the next episode, because I noticed something very interesting. If you look at the texture of the ores from Kepler22, which requires a tier 10 rocket, and then you look at the texture of the Prosperity ore from Mystical Agriculture, they look the same. So I'm thinking maybe we can find Prosperity ores on Kepler22. Of course, we can also craft it using the Empowerer, but this recipe is not very sustainable because it's incredibly expensive. And some of you guys were also suggesting that there are meteors containing meteoric iron on Mercury. Is that meteoric iron? Are you? That is the block. Nice. We have found water on Mercury. Nice. Oh my goodness. Am I the only one who thinks the sun is slightly disproportionate? I don't know. So I'm not exactly sure where to begin, but our priorities are blood magic, spawning mobs and getting essence, and also getting into mystical agriculture. Do I need dash? No. You know, it just hit me. 10,000 times 10,000 is 100 million. We need 2 of that, so that's 200 million. And you will get 8 paper clips per 1 meteoric iron ingot, so that means we need 25 million meteoric iron? That's a stupid amount. I mean, yes, I do understand that there is a paperclip factory and we can make meteoric iron from mystical agriculture, but 25 million is a lot. Am I doing something wrong? And if I'm doing something wrong, can you guys please correct me? Because I have no idea what I'm doing. Alright guys, it's been a while later and I did do a little bit of off-camera work. First off, I did make the tier 8 rocket. With this, we should be able to go to Pluto. But before doing that, let us get into mystical agriculture. This is Saturn's slime ore, and we should be able to convert it into inferium. Do I have to do it one by one? Oh, that's nice. We should also start making the prosperity shards, and if I'm not wrong, this should be the recipe. We just need 1 inferium, and that should give us 4. Yes, we have it. And I think we're going to start with 2 inferium seeds, tier 1. For the moment, I do not have a better idea to get inferium essence, but we're going to use 2 garden cloches, and that should be okay, I guess, until we can expand on this. I also made the infusion crystal, and this one has 1000 uses. Can we put mending on it? We did not have a mending book, but I think we can do this, right? You have mending 3, and here is on breaking. Oh, and by the way, the reason that I'm carrying a lot of pressed molds is that I did make a few changes to our industrial area. I expanded it by a lot. We have 3 more arc furnaces because I have to craft a lot of alloys, and 20 more metal presses. That's 10 over there and 10 over here. Because the thing is, we have so many recipes which require a metal press that I was tired of switching them all the time. We need the unpacking mold in order to make nuggets, we need the packing mode in order to make blocks, we need to make a lot of sheets, and a lot of gears, as well as rods. I think we have enough to upgrade one of these to tier 2. Maybe. Oh, we actually had enough in order to upgrade both of them. Okay, that's nice. And since we have a little bit of time left, I think it's a good idea to visit Pluto. We have found Pluto, taking 1 giant leap, and thankfully there are no oceans. But there are a lot of mobs. Can they come in? No, they can't come in. Oh, he can come in. No! We just take our rocket, then we're fine. Are we absolutely sure this is Pluto? Cause I don't see any ice. And on Pluto, we are looking for tungsten. I was trying to fly around a little bit to see if I can find anything of interest, but so far, nothing. It's a very disappointing planet. Putting unbreaking on the infusion crystal does not affect the durability. We have 85. Now it's 84. Now it's 83. I'm hoping at least the mending works. Anyway, I did make all the material we need in order to make the tier 9 rocket. The blueprint is also ready, we just need to unlock it and craft it. Tier 9 rocket. For the tier 9 rocket, we need a different launch pad, and this one is tier 3 and it's made out of tungsten. And this one is big. Really big. See you on Eris. Eris is our final destination in the solar system, and after this, we can go to Kepler22. And on Eris, we are looking for dark iron. So I'm guessing by now you guys know the drill. We need to recycle our rockets, get the plates, upgrade them to tier 10, and start making the rockets. So the booster is magenta, but the wool is cyan. Weird. The blueprint is also ready, and we can make the tier 10 rocket. There you go. So after this guy, we don't need any more rockets, but there is an electric rocket which is also tier 10, but needs 2 of these. It's slightly expensive, so we might do that later on. See you on Kepler22. the chocolate planet. And in this one, we have a parachute. Am I falling down too quickly? Okay, that was scary. And the rocket also arrived, very good. Honestly speaking, I think this is the perfect place for mining. Look at all those gold. But the main question is, do you have prosperity ores? No. Oh, they have booby traps, oh my goodness. I'm alive. That was a big explosion. I'm slightly disappointed that we could not find prosperity ore over here, but it's okay. There are plenty of other ores. There is a hut with some chests, which is empty. I actually needed a lot of diamonds, so this is good. My original idea of going to Kepler22 in order to get prosperity ore was not all for nothing, because if you use the copper ore from Kepler22b, you can get prosperity ore, and that's really good. Also, I have upgraded one of these guys to tier 4 and the other one to tier 3. Just before we wrap up today's episode, I do have a small question. Some of you guys were suggesting in the comments that I should start playing SevTech Skyblock. At first I thought it's a joke, but then I noticed, oh, there is an actual mod pack by that name. So is it something that you want, or did you just mean it as a joke? Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. Till the next one, bye bye.